Thank you, Pineville. It is a privilege and certainly it is a pleasure to be here, Mr. Manager, Mr. Mayor, all of you who serve our community, whether you are elected or whether you've been appointed, or whether you just volunteer to serve. I want to thank you because service is indeed the rent we pay for living on this earth. To law enforcement, gentlemen, thank you so much as well for being here. I heard this was a nice little safe community, but I think you all are just here to support, and we appreciate that. Let me just say that I've had the privilege of serving the 12th district, which includes Pineville, now going into my third term. I've had the privilege of serving in elected office for 35 years. The Lord has blessed me to go from school board to Congress. I started in the 80s as a member of the Greensboro City School Board, the first African-American woman elected to that board. I went on to serve on the Greensboro City Council for 9 years, and then went to the North Carolina House, and I served 20 years there. So when people start doing all that adding, they say, well, you got to at least be 100. Well, I taught 40 years as well at Bennett College in Greensboro. I want to thank my staff and Kay in particular for putting all of this together. He's had a busy couple of days. We just did a program yesterday with our military academies and our high school students, and we're here in Pineville. One of the things that has been a really rewarding part of this job is to really get around into the community. I'm a stakeholder representative, and what that means is that what's important to you is important to me. And so when we talk about issues that impact our communities, whether we're talking about health care or education, whether it's about housing or hunger, and that's a big issue in not only the 12th district but in North Carolina. 161,000 people are food insecure. About 50% of those are children who go to bed hungry every night. So I have a number of things that I am continuing to work on. I am a mother. Of course, education then becomes important. My kids are grown. My son just turned 50. He's the oldest. But I'm also a grandmother, and so I'm very concerned about education and what we need to do to ensure that our children have a good quality of life. I sit on, as Finalfi said, the Education and Labor Committee. On the labor side, I chair workforce protections. So I'm very concerned about workers and making sure that we have a decent wage, that we have decent affordable housing and health care. So coming through my committee will be the Raise the Wage Act. We've been working on that in North Carolina for a long, long time. But it's just good to be here, and I'm just so happy to see so many people out. From Pineville, is a little bitty Pineville, but with a big impact. I want you to know that as your representative in Congress, I'm very concerned about what your concerns are. So I know that it's sometimes a long haul to get into Charlotte. Initially, when I ran for this seat actually spanned and crossed 6 counties. Started in Forsyth County and in Guilford, which is where I was living for the past 50 plus years. I taught at Bennett College there for 40 years. I am an artist, as Finalfi said. I taught art, and that's one of my passions as well. But I do think that it's important for the community to know that they have a seat at the table and that they can make contact with their representatives. Having served in local government, I can tell you that that's really where the rubber meets the road, because you're closer to the people, and sometimes you don't get to see your members of Congress, and I don't know if you ever get to see your president. But the point is, we want to make sure that we have extended some outreach to this community. And you're a bit a ways from the city of Charlotte, but you're still a part of the district, and my focus has always been on creating one MEC. We are still all one MEC, and I want you to know that you have my ear, and you can certainly have a seat at my congressional table. And as Shirley Chisholm once said, who was actually the first African American to run for president, we don't always remember that, but it was a woman from New York who said, if there's no seat at the table, bring in a folding chair. So I appreciate the fact that you all are here. Some of you have some folding chairs. That's good too.
Be briefer. I will be briefer. What excites me is that it's difficult to get your state people here, and to have your representative, Dr. Adams, coming here, and the willingness from her team to come here and let our citizens have an opportunity to voice their needs, their concerns about government. And I think everybody here has concerns about what's going on in Washington. And I think that just to build on what the Congresswoman said is that we need to work together, and we need cooperation. And it seems like we're going 37 different directions rather than taking care of the people. And I'm here too. I'm a citizen and a resident of Pineville. I love Pineville. That's the reason I ran for government. And I am not a politician. I am someone that wants to do well for everybody that lives here. Equally, I don't care if you've lived here 2 months or you've lived here 50 years. I want to do the right thing for everybody all the time. So I am tickled to death that there's going to be someone here that our citizens come down and talk to every month, and to voice their opinion, good or bad, negative or positive, but at least have a voice and have something to take to the Congresswoman and see what we can do together. Because we have to work together. If we don't work together, we're all going to fail. We are all going to fail. So I thank you. I like the law enforcement guys. I love you all. Thank you for coming. I don't know if you're the guard detail or if you just love us. If you just love us here, but we are so happy, and all the people that have come. I'm amazed. I thought there was going to be like 5 or 6 people. So I'm tickled to death that people have come and have an interest and have a desire to know more about government and to get involved in more in government. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a blessed, wonderful weekend.